Ocean Labs. Deep ideas. Simple knowledge.
You know, the 2026 T20 World Cup feels like it's just around the corner. But, get this, one of the biggest teams, a real fan favorite, might not even show up. We're talking about Bangladesh. And today, we're diving into the massive controversy that could actually stop their World Cup dreams dead in their tracks.
I mean, just imagine it for a second. A World Cup without one of its most electrifying, passionate teams. It's a nightmare scenario for any fan, right? Well, for Bangladesh, this isn't just a bad dream. It's a very real possibility. And believe me, it is sending some serious shockwaves through the entire sport.
All right, so what is really going on here? Let's peel back the layers and look at exactly what's put Bangladesh's spot in the World Cup in such a precarious position.
Yeah, to be crystal clear, Bangladesh's place in the 2026 T20 World Cup is genuinely at risk. And I want to stress this isn't just some rumor floating around on social media. No, this is a real developing story, and the consequences could be absolutely massive.
And look, we're not talking about some minor tournament here. The 2026 World Cup in India and Sri Lanka, it's shaping up to be one of the biggest sporting events on the entire planet. Think about it. Billions of viewers, hundreds of millions of dollars on the line. That's precisely why losing a team with the kind of following Bangladesh has, well, it would be a huge, huge blow. Okay, so what's behind all this chaos? What's the real story? Well, it's not just one simple thing. It's more like a perfect storm of problems, all brewing behind the scenes, centered around the country's cricket board. Let's get into it. From what we're hearing, the Bangladesh Cricket Board, or BCB, is dealing with, well, a three-headed monster. First up, you've got massive scheduling and logistical problems, just getting things to work. Then, there are some really serious questions being asked about their security plans and just general admin stuff. And as if that wasn't enough, word on the street is there's basically a civil war happening inside the BCB itself. I mean, it's a total recipe for disaster.
Now, you might be wondering, where's the ICC in all of this? Well, they are not just sitting on the sidelines. Cricket's main governing body has stepped in and basically laid down the law for the BCB. They've given them an ultimatum: sort this mess out or else. So yeah, the clock is ticking and the pressure is seriously on.
This is a big deal, and here's why. If Bangladesh isn't there, it doesn't just leave a hole in the schedule. It creates this huge vacuum, and the ripple effects, they would be felt everywhere in the world of cricket. And let's be absolutely clear about something. Bangladesh is not just another team. We're talking about a genuine cricketing powerhouse. They have millions and millions of the most passionate fans you'll ever see, and their influence, especially in Asian cricket, is immense. Losing them would be, well, it would be absolutely devastating for the tournament.
So what happens if they actually pull out? Honestly, total chaos. The group stages would have to be completely torn up and redrawn. Broadcasters, they could lose millions of dollars, and fan engagement worldwide would just tank. It would be a nightmare, both logistically and financially.
You know, a source close to the ICC put it perfectly. They said this could be one of the most dramatic developments in recent ICC history. And they're right. If Bangladesh is out, either by choice or by force, it will go down as a hugely controversial moment in the history of this tournament.
So, the big question is, where does this go from here? How does this all play out? Right now, it looks like there are three main ways this whole crisis could end.
Okay, path number one. The best case scenario, the BCB figures it all out and Bangladesh is in business as usual. Path two, the middle ground. They get to play, but the ICC attaches some serious conditions, some strict rules they have to follow. And then there's path three, the worst case scenario. Bangladesh is out completely and another country takes their spot. It's basically a high-stakes game of chicken, and the entire cricketing world is holding its breath to see who blinks.
You can bet the ICC is watching every single move the BCB makes. The pressure is on, and a decision has to be made. Ultimately, the fate of Bangladesh's World Cup journey, it's all hanging in the balance right now.
You know, when you step back, this whole situation is bigger than just one team or one tournament. It's actually a really fascinating peek into the complicated and, let's be honest, often messy world of big-time professional sports.
We all like to think of sports as this pure thing, right? Where the best team just wins on the day. But the reality, it's a lot more complicated. There's this whole hidden world of politics, money, and logistics that decides who even gets a chance to compete. And when that system gets out of whack, like it seems to be here, the entire sport feels the pain.
So what happens next is huge. The coming weeks are absolutely critical.
The choices made by both the BCB and the ICC, they're not just going to decide Bangladesh's fate, they're going to shape the very future and integrity of the 2026 T20 World Cup itself.
And it all leaves you with this one big question, doesn't it? In a world where sports and politics are so tangled up, can we ever really have a truly level playing field? Looking at what's happening with Bangladesh, well, it makes you wonder if the answer, sadly, might just be no.